O Great Spirit, Namaste. Om Shri Chandraji Namaha. Om Shri Chandraji Namaha. Om Shri Chandraji Namaha. Most beloved and precious Divine Mother, Namaha. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaha. O ye path makers of old, Namaha. Ancestors, ancestors, ancestors of all of the lineages to whom we attune, we bow to thee, we ask thee to join with us. O ye beings of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. Most beloved and precious Lord of life, Ishtat Devata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, we call upon thee to be with us today, to bless us, to sweep clear our path, to lift us, to heal us, to strengthen our resolve. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. May all be blessed with abundant health. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May all be best with peace. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May all be blessed with abundance. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May all be blessed with auspiciousness. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste, most beloved and precious. Thou art that. Thou art beloved. Thou art precious. Remember that always. Wise, wise soul said to me one day, my mother was a Virgo. She showed her love for me through criticism. Now you and I are each 1/12 Virgo. If you divide your consciousness into the 12 parts of the zodiac, you're 1/12 Virgo. This means that whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether you want to see it or you don't want to see it, 1/12 at least of your consciousness is like this beloved soul's mother. Critical, same sense of criticizing because she loved her daughter, so you too criticize yourself because you think it's a way of expressing love. Well, I didn't do that so well, or oh, nobody will accept me, or oh, I need this approval, or oh, I need that approval. And there is a lack there that we're trying to fill with this criticism. A lack that seems to assume, oh, if only, if only, if only, if only I could do everything perfect. Everything would be fine. The world would be fine. I would be accepted. But as the yogis of old say, if it were perfect, you wouldn't be here. If it were perfect, it would not be the earth plane. It is as it is. And so this imperfection dwells here. Now, today is a day that we're going to focus on strengthening your heart. Bringing your heart into alignment with life. Maybe I mean your physical heart, to get it beating in alignment with life. But really what I'm talking about is the condition that you live in, your emotional preferences, your emotional biases, and the need that we all have to bring that into alignment with life. Now today, around the world, I don't need to tell you that there are many things that are not in alignment. There are many people living in very, very, very difficult conditions. It doesn't matter what side you're on, my beloved. It doesn't matter what side you're on. It doesn't matter which preference you have at this moment. It doesn't matter what you prefer or what you don't prefer or what your current bias or prejudice is. And I mean that when I say your current bias or prejudice. All you have to do is read history, look around you, watch other people to see that the mind fluctuates. It fluctuates. Today I like this, tomorrow I like that. Today this person's wonderful, tomorrow it's that person. Nitty, nitty, nitty. Now, what's the problem and how do we heal it? Well, today we began by saying Om Shri Chandraji Vanamaha. Om Shri Chandraji Vanamaha. Om Shri Chandraji Vanamaha. Calling upon the part of your consciousness that is lunar, the moon, the subjective amplification of all of your experiences, the subjective amplification of your view of yourself, of your view of life, of your view of all of the others, is the moon. The moon is out of balance, and what happens? Real bad digestive problems occur. The moon is out of balance, and all kinds of things act up in the digestive system. The digestive system is not able to process the nourishment that it is taking in. It is not able to extract from life that which nourishes. So the food that you eat doesn't get processed right. It doesn't get processed properly. It causes physical pain. But more importantly, and really a little bit harder to discern, is it causes emotional pain. And so you walk through life and you have indigestion and you get a little snipey. And we know that in my house, if I'm having any kind of indigestion problems, I can hear it in my voice. I can hear it, and I do the best I can to catch it before it comes out. But I hear it. No. There's a slight irritation that comes to the mind when there's an imbalance in the moon. Slight or extreme. It depends on the circumstances. I'm going to ask you today to ask yourself to use this week to reflect. Aha, we're coming up on a full moon this week. Go back to that new moon a few weeks ago. That new moon in Gemini, and coming up now to Sagittarius. Gemini is the duality. Gemini is the communication. Sagittarius is your higher mind. Sagittarius is your awareness. It's your enthusiasm for life. And it is the teacher, the part of your consciousness that teaches you, that helps you to evolve through life as you walk. Now, this problem of the moon is very, very important to pay attention to. And I shouldn't say this problem. Condition is better the word to put it, the condition. The recognition that in many ways, in many parts of the world, in many cultures, historically, the moon was considered the most vital of all of the planets to pay attention to. So you don't care about astrology, you don't want to listen to that. It's all right. Look at the moon from this perspective. The sun, the solar energy, is your objective experience, right? I'm wearing glasses. That's my objective experience. I'm wearing glasses. And in order to see you, I have to wear a specific pair of glasses. If I put the other pair on, I can't see you. That is an objective experience. If I take them off, I don't see so well. But how I perceive you with or without glasses, now that is subjective. How do I perceive you? Because you live at a certain place on the earth. You were born at a certain time. Your body looks a certain way. You speak a certain way. Your voice is a certain tone. All of those are subjective. All of those are ruled by the lunar forces in life. Now, if you want to see the moon and the impact of the moon on this earth, I really urge you to do a small, but wonderful experience. Now, if you have the opportunity to do the primary experience, you go to the Bay of Fundy in Nova Scotia. And you go there in the morning at the low tide, and you can walk on the beach. Beautiful, nice little shells, beautiful, beautiful beach, Bay of Fundy. Go away, come back a few hours later at high tide, and you will see and experience the highest tide variation of any place upon the earth. And the water is up to the top of the cliff. This cliff that you just climbed up all these stairs up and down to get down to the beach. The water's there. Now, if you really want some excitement, you go with the full moon and you really see the massive variations in the tide. You can't do that, check it out online. You're all internet savvy, check it out online and see the variations. Or walk along the ocean and see the variations of the tide. And the way that the moon moves, the water is influenced by the gravitational force of the moon. Now, if you happen to be, as I am, and some of you are, in a female body in this lifetime, you know that experience. You know the fluctuation, the influence of the moon on your physical body. And if you're in a male body, you have the same influence. It's just not as readily shown. But what am I saying to you? What I'm really trying to say is that the moon moves. The moon is ever changing. The moon, my beloved, is your emotions. It's your emotions. It's your reaction to every given circumstance. It's the choices that you make day in, day out, day in, day out. So what do you do? What do you do when your family members go away? Maybe to the other side. Maybe they are gone to the other side, as many, many, many of mine are. How I ended up being one of the last ones standing, I still question, but how are you reacting to your loved ones, whether they're here on the earth or they're on the other side? What is your emotional reaction to them? Are you seeking their wisdom? Or are you criticizing them for their mistakes? Are you willing to accept the way they live their lives? Or are you judging them by how you think they live their lives? You're making that choice every day, not just about others, but about your emotional reaction to every event that arises in your life. Now, people, events, things, situations, all of these occur. They rise, they fall, they rise, they fall, they rise, they fall, and you react one way or the other. But there is a petite problem that we all must live with. And that is that when we were born, and I wouldn't say it's a petite problem, it's a condition, all right? And that when you were born, you were, the place that the moon was right before your birth is going to have an influence on how you react to change. All right. Now, listen, and I'd like you to just think a minute. Take an example in your life of change. How do you react? Is all change positive for you? Do you feel all change is really good? Do you have to talk about change before it happens, while it's happening, after it's happening? Do you find change to bring conflict for you? Is change always imprisoning for you? Is there something about it that you feel causes confinement and imprisonment in your life? Is change for you chaotic, unpredictable, and you don't like it at all? You do everything you can to control that there not be change because it's so chaotic. Change happens. Do you become confused? You don't know. You're not sure how to relate to the new way of being. Or when there's change in your life, do you feel as if it is upheaval? It may be healing ultimately, but it is upheaval. It is you feel when change occurs, you're a new person as a result of this. One of these conditions will occur in your life. One of these conditions acts as a filter over your reaction to change in your life. Now, for all of us, we have this. And so knowing about it, knowing what it is, and if you want to know and you can't discern, write me. I'll help you to discern it. There's magical formulas for doing that. And I'm very serious. There really are, and they're very helpful. But there is also the condition that each of us has that is related to our pattern of emotional reaction, is what I want to say. your belief about yourself, your emotional belief about yourself. Some of you who I look at, and I know you are good souls. All of you are. But some of you I look at and oh, you're brilliant. You've got good minds. You've got kind hearts. And you are doing very little except beating yourself again and again and again and again. What for? Why? 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 Aren't you tired of it yet? Aren't you tired of it yet? Aren't you tired of that self-criticism yet? The emotional mind is highly, highly, highly critical. It fluctuates just like the tide. It fluctuates just like the ocean. It fluctuates as the digestive system does. All right, so what's a solution? There are many, many solutions in the mystical traditions. In Kriya Yoga, there are many mystical solutions to the situation. And just in case you think I don't know of which I speak, one of the very first things that my guru said to me when I came to sit at his feet all those years ago was, stop being so emotional. And I said, I'm not emotional. It took a few years before I could see through practice, study, how emotional the nature of the mind that I came into this incarnation was. And many, 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 many moments of practice, untold moments of practice, to be able to have him one day say, hey, look how far you've come. And I said, and look how far I have to go. So I'm saying I know, all right? I'm not speaking abstractly. But I'm going to share with you something today that I think is very helpful. It's one way, one method to prime the pump. An old-fashioned term, you probably don't even know what it means anymore, but it used to be when I was a little girl, and some of you might still have this experience, but there are pumps that you can pump if you're out on the farm to get water from. And my grandparents had one, but they had running water inside, and we would just go out and pump it, mostly for the fun of it as children. But there's something called priming the pump, and if you let the water run dry, you have to have some water to make the pump go, or it doesn't go. And mystically, we use this phrase to describe every spiritual action you take consciously to help someone else and yourself to move the energy, to get it flowing, to get the blessings flowing, right? So you make a love offering to prime the pump for the teachings. This is what you do. You give someone something that you have that they need to prime the pump. There's a disciple of Pranananda's who used to, in the days where we got paper newspapers, and we used to get these big ads, you know, if a new business opened, they'd take out an ad in the paper, a supplement of the paper. And she used to watch, Joanna would watch the papers. And every time a new store was going to open, she'd take cash, not a credit card, not a check. She'd take cash, a little bit of cash, and she'd get there to the store, waiting right before they opened. And bless her. so she could walk in and take her $2, $5. It wasn't $5, it was more like $2 in that time, and prime the pump for their business. She'd find something small to buy and give them cash and wish them good fortune in their business. And so somebody is doing anything they're doing. They're starting a new project, they're starting to study, they're starting to teach. Prime their pump. And we're going to do that today. One way we do that, priming the pump, is through the mantra that I began chanting. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. The words are very simple. Sarvesham. Svastir is may all beings have good health. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May all beings be blessed with abundant peace. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May all beings be blessed with abundance. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May all beings be blessed with auspiciousness. That too complicated? Then you can do loving kindness practice. And loving kindness is speaking in whatever language you wish to speak. I mean, that was Sanskrit. You can speak in any language. And hold the other in your mind's eye. Hold the other. We're going to do this in a minute. May you be mentally happy. May you be physically happy. May you be safe. May you have ease of well-being. Today, those phrases may be very important to use. There are many, many variations on this. But the intent is what is important. When your mind is fluctuating, when you're not feeling well, when you're feeling emotional, when you're feeling sad, you use this methodology, this technique, you practice it. You use it again and again and again and again to fill the lack that is within thee. For your interest net, if I bless thee, I bless me. Moi, c'est moi. If I can bless you, I can bless myself. If I can bless you, I can bless the whole net. And it doesn't matter in doing this practice, my beloved, it does not matter what it is that you have done, what you've said, what you're doing. It only matters my intent and your intent to send a blessing to you. Now, sometimes you feel like you don't have anything to give, but you always have something to give. Always, 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 always. I have on my altar, my private altar downstairs, a $1 bill that was sent by one of my disciples decades and decades and decades ago, long time ago. It was what she had to send at the time. And it was, in my consciousness, an enormous blessing to know that she cared enough, that she thought enough to say, here's this little gift. Whether you feel that you are down, whether you feel you're sad, whether you feel your life is really not so good at this moment, or it's fluctuating at this moment, or you're having difficulties at this moment, there's always some small thought of goodness that you can share with others, that you can give to life. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to spend the rest of our time together we'll have a meditation and we will offer goodness to others. Remembering that great saying, the great yogic saying, you think they don't deserve it. Give it to them anyway. You think you don't deserve it. Accept it anyway. All right? Someone said to me a few years ago, and it shocked me, the person who said it absolutely shocked me, because I could see the soul. I really could see them. And she said, I don't think that I'm worthy enough to pray for others. I went, well, that's not what I see, but do it anyway. If you think that your prayers don't make a difference, offer them anyway. All right? If you think your practice doesn't make a difference, offer it anyway. And remember the great musician walking out of Carnegie Hall, standing ovations again and again and again. A person comes up and asks for his signature. I'm a pianist. How did you get here? How did you get here? How did you get here? Practice. No, how did you get here? Practice. 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 Now hear me, please. Hear this. You're going to hear a lot of this over the next few months. Saturn, the planet of structure, the planet of discipline, and Neptune, the planet of inspiration, have entered into the house of Aries, the house of energy, the house of Mars. Mars has invited them in and said, come into my abode and strengthen your practice here. Solidify your practice here. I will give you energy here. In my house, I will give you the energy you need to carry your practice as you walk through all of the other houses over the next 30 years of your life. And then some. Let us practice. Namaste, Ji. Sit with your spine erect and your hands in the Om Mudra upon your thighs, the index finger and the thumb together, cupped upward. Close your eyes and focus your attention at the sun center. Turning your head to the left, exhaling twice. Bring the head back to the center and begin to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath. Draw the energy from the limbs to the trunk. And then again from the trunk to the spinal column. From the base of the spine to the sun center. And move that energy out in front of you as a golden ball of light, expanding it. And sweep around to the left, 3 times encasing your being in golden light. Expand that golden light. And now ascend. Ascend to the high place of meditation. Ascend as high as you are able. Om Namo 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 reaching the high place, this sacred sanctuary where you are protected, where you are safe, where all of the highest good enters, where the powers that be and all of your helpers are present. Enter the sanctuary. And find yourself your meditation spot. O ye powers that be, we call upon thee to join with us. O ye powers that be, we call upon thee to join with us. Helpers, saints, sages, we call upon thee to join with us. In your mind's eye, bring forth and see or feel your beloved Ishtadevata, the form of the divine that is closest to your heart. Greet the divine ones. In your sanctuary is the light of Kriya, shining brightly at your sun center, shining brightly within each of the powers that be, each of the divine ones who are joined with you. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. In your mind's eye, bring forth the image of someone whom you love very much, either here or on the other side, it doesn't matter. See their image, bring it closer to your mind's eye. Opening your heart center with the intention of blessing this loved one. Gazing at them with your third eye. Say these words. May all be calm. May all be peace-filled. May all be bliss-filled. May all be goodness. Speaking the name of your beloved loved one, say, may you be mentally happy. May you be physically happy. May you be safe. May you have ease of well-being. See them accepting your blessings. Supping of the goodness. Now bring forth in your mind's eye someone you were a little bit more distant from, a close friend perhaps. See them in your mind's eye. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. See them in your mind's eye, bring them closer. May all be calm. May all be peace-filled. May all be bliss-filled. May all be goodness. Calling them by name, may you be mentally happy. May you be physically happy. May you be safe. May you have ease of well-being. Expanding this circle. And now you see in front of you your colleagues, your neighbors, those who you know you interact with in your life, but they're more distant. See the group in front of you. As you say these words, as you hear these words, feel them radiate to the group. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. And name the group. Friends, colleagues, whatever you choose to name them. May you be mentally happy. May you be physically happy. May you be safe. May you have ease of well-being. And now, my beloved, expand this circle to all beings, in all realms, with no exception. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May all be calm. May all be peace-filled. May all be bliss-filled. May all be goodness. May you be mentally happy. May you be physically happy. May you be safe. May you have ease of well-being. O ye powers that be, thou knowest better than we that which is needed upon the earth. Thou knowest the hurts, the pains, the anguish, the suffering, the joy, the love, the beauty. As we chant this mantra, we ask thee to join with us and send forth blessings, that all souls in need be blessed, abundantly blessed, with that which they need most, to be joy-filled, to be uplifted, to be fed, to be nourished, to be strengthened. And let us just chant the Om Shanti mantra for a few moments. As you chant, feel the golden dewdrops of healing, of Anandic bliss pouring forth from your sun center. See it pouring forth from all the divine ones, going around the earth, within the earth, upon the earth, saturating the earth and all of the beings living in its aura. Let us begin. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 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 O ye powers that be, may our blessings be accepted. May each soul recognize and know that they are worthy of receiving blessings. May you know it matters not what you have done in your life, what you have thought, what you have said, what you have acted. You are worthy of receiving the blessings of life. Dhyana Mulam Guru Murti, Puja Mulam Guru Padam, Mantra Mulam Guru Vakyam, Moksha Mulam Guru Kripa. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachitananda Murtaye Nishprapanjaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste Ji, Namaskar. Thank you for the blessings of your presence, for your meditative energy. Take that meditation with you. Take your blessings with you. Carry them as you walk into the world. Blessing all of those who enter your aura and all of those who do not. Blessing, my beloved, those who you love and those who you do not. Blessing those who you approve of and those who are distasteful to your personality. Bless them and you will be blessed. Bless them and the karma will be softened. I did not say accept. I did not say accept what their behavior. I said bless them. Accept life. There's a cycle, and it is not always what we want when we want it. But if you can bless them, you will make a difference in Indra's net, and they will be blessed. And in time, all will be well. Namaste Ji. Namaskar. I thank you for the blessings of your presence, always.